Hi. What happened this week? Quite a lot. It was a good week to start, but like, I decided to film on the day of the Super Bowl when all the ads will come out, so tomorrow will be fun. I'm in Britain, so the Super Bowl starts at 11 PM, so I probably won't watch it. I'm not big into sports, if you couldn't tell. Anyway, let's begin with the show that has no name, unless I've thought of a name later and edit in now. Whoa. So inventive. So this week we got our first official look at AntMan and the Wasp. It was very, very cool. I'm looking forward to it. I like the first AntMan film, even though a lot of people didn't. This looks like it's going to be very inventive with the use of PIM particles, which were introduced into the first film. So it's cool how they're going to use it. There's bits where they make a van go big and a building go small.
Run. We're still running.
Let's go.
There's like a battery that's being used at one point somewhere in the office, and there's a Pez, Hello Kitty Pez dispenser. I remember Pez dispensers. I had a Tasmanian Devil one. It's not important, but nothing is. We got news that Bad Robots Overlord was done filming and could be, or is confirmed to be, the fourth film in the Cloverfield universe. The third film coming out this year, God Particle, or Cloverfield Station. Hopefully we'll get something tonight at the Super Bowl, but yeah, Netflix exclusive maybe. I don't know. Well, I have Netflix, so it should be okay for me, I guess. I really liked 10 Cloverfield Lane. I like the way they did it. They with the way they didn't show anything and kept it really secret, because you don't get that a lot these days with films. So Cloverfield Station, or whatever it's called, should be really good. Well, could be really good. Will be? I don't know. It could be shit. We then got news that Robert Kirkman is producing a film adaptation of the comic book Birthright. Birthright is a comic series by Image set in the real world, but it's like a boy goes missing one day, and he's missing for years, and the mum and the dad break up because everyone thinks the dad murdered the son. Then one day the son reappears, but as a huge barbarian man with a massive sword, and it was like he was transported to a fantasy world. And it's a very interesting comic. You should read it. There's a lot of really cool twists, and it's like a very cool unique look at the whole the classic person from real world goes to fantasy land, but then also a cool unique look at the whole chosen one aspect, and how not everything is always as it seems. I really enjoyed it, and the film should be good. Robert Kirkman, creator of Walking Dead, Invincible, yeah, very, very good hands it's in, I guess. I'm still a fan of Walking Dead, so if you're a fan of what they've done with the TV show, then hopefully you'll be a fan of what they do with Birthright, I guess. Then we got our first full trailer for the fake Dundee film. Yeah, the Crocodile Dundee sequel starring Danny McBride. it's not a real film. It's really smart how they've done it, but they were trailers for a tourism ad for Australia. So yeah, they've created this one big ad, I believe, that they will air tonight at the Super Bowl, and it was trailers for that ad, which has Danny McBride, Chris Hemsworth, Margot Robbie, and Hugh Jackman, and someone else. Isla Fisher? Isla Fisher. Yeah, I kind of want to see what it would be like now that I'm not getting it. But I'm also sort of happy that they're not tainting the history of Crocodile Dundee. It's not a knife, this is a knife. We've also found out that Gambit's chances of happening has dropped quite a lot, with Fox dropping it from its release schedule altogether. The problem started with the director Gore Verbinski leaving the director's role, and the film being pushed back from February 2019 to June 2019. Now it seems that Channing Tatum's film that he's been trying to get off the ground since 2014
is now not going to happen.
Maybe they should just wait till the Disney acquisition happens, and then that will be easier to explain why Channing Tatum is now Gambit instead of Taylor Kitsch, famous for playing John Carter of Mars. Also, if Disney say it's going to be a film, it has more chance of becoming a film or becoming a shitty IMAX TV series. Now let's get into some TV news. Boom TV, television. Did you guys know there's a King Kong TV series in development called King Kong Skull Island? Not to be confused with Kong Skull Island, the film that came out last year, starring Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston, Samuel Jackson, and other people. You should see it. I kind of enjoyed it. I like monsters fighting each other. I don't know what that could have been. Anything. First off, in TV news, there's a Superman prequel TV series in development. Wait, what? Metropolis. So there's going to be two Superman prequel series. There's Krypton and Metropolis. Cool. It follows Lois Lane and Lex Luthor as they investigate the world of fringe science and expose the city's dark and bizarre secrets. Ooh-wee. So it sort of sounds like Gotham, but set in Metropolis. So I guess it'll take place at the same time Smallville could have been happening. I guess. I miss Smallville. That was a good TV show. It will debut on DC's exclusive streaming service alongside the Titans TV show, the third series of Young Justice, and the R-rated animated Harley Quinn series. We also got a very brief teaser for Legion Season 2, the X-Men TV series that came out last year.
Wanting to be normal. They always look normal to you.
It was very good. It was very interesting how they played with the whole psychic aspect but also with the mental instability aspect of it. So it's like, what was real, what isn't real. It was really interesting. I hope, since it was sort of separate from the X-Men films and it was in a different sort of universe where the X-Men weren't really a thing, that when the Disney acquisition happens, this series can keep going and can continue, because it's a really good, interesting show, and there's really good acting and cinematography and writing, and yeah, it's really good. And then quickly in gaming news, Microsoft might be buying EA. So yeah, say goodbye to FIFA on PlayStation consoles. Yeah, if Microsoft buy EA, they'll get FIFA. Madden? Do they own the 2K? No, they don't own 2K. The Star Wars? Well, I doubt that Disney would allow EA to keep the Star Wars license if they were to be bought by Microsoft, because I'm pretty sure Disney would want Star Wars to be on both consoles for them money, cash months. Have money fall from the ceiling. And then in other news, you might not find this interesting, but it's just for me because it's pretty big. WWE hosted their first ever Women's Royal Rumble last weekend at the 2018 Royal Rumble event. And it's pretty big because it actually main evented the show. It was on last, which I don't think a lot of people expected. It ended with the undefeated Asuka winning, to which the two women's champions came into the ring with her, raised their belts high, and then out came Ronda Rousey, the famous UFC women's fighter. Ronda Rousey made her WWE debut, and the two stood face to face and it faded black. She pointed to the WrestleMania sign quite a lot. Yeah, and that was the news this week. Join me next week when I probably will forget about this and won't upload again for another few months. Subscribe, like, and donate to my Patreon. Just kidding.